We're live.
Yes, we are. Greetings, ladies.
Hello,
Welcome to
hello.
welcome to Shut Up and Thrive.
Another episode.
Hi, everyone.
Welcome to Shut Up and Thrive, the podcast that will inspire you to live your best life.
Three best friends who have been growing, motivating, and inspiring each other.
I'm Vanilla. I bring the fun.
And this is Claudia, the passionate one.
And your girl Nair, sprinkling in the creativity.
When you listen to Shut Up and Thrive, it will remind you of your chats with your own BFFs.
Join in every week as we discuss all the things that make you want to shut up and thrive.
So, are you ready?
Let's get into the conversation.
Ooh, ooh.
How you guys doing today?
Well, a little bit excited for the day. It's a beautiful sunny day, but I got a lot of work to do, but I'm all happy about that.
It is. When I let my sister in, I was like, oh, nice and sunny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a nice day.
Sunday.
Trying to hold on to as much warmth as possible. All right, ladies. So, you excited about today's topic?
Yes. I'm ready to do another one. But unfortunately, I have to put it on hold for now.
What?
Traveling.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
I'm like, what is she talking
You
about?
ready to do another podcast?
Another 2 weeks of adventure with Nair.
Oh, yeah. And it's an adventure.
It's not a lay by the beach like my
It's
background kind of thing.
nonstop.
It's a hike kind of thing. It's fun though.
No, we have lay by the beach too. It's got to be a good mix.
Honestly, that's not really my thing. The
Lay by the
sun
beach.
burns too much, and I kind of like it, but very little of it. So I'm
Wow,
okay with the
that's my
hiking.
favorite.
I know it is.
That's my top. Sunbathing.
All right. So we'll have more of that later on.
Today we are here to go into
We are
what's
here
our
to
topic? Hey, what's our topic?
travel. Hello. Only the best in the
Traveling.
world.
Vacation.
Yes.
So do you
Alright.
guys think that there's a difference between traveling and vacationing?
I think I don't think there is, but I think people do have a different perspective of both.
Yeah.
When you use the word vacationing and traveling, I know for me they're kind of similar, but at the same time, I think vacationing people don't do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
They just sit by the beach or just it's just absolutely shut down. Nothing happens. Traveling meaning to me is going out there and actually enjoying the whole place where I'm at, like mingling with the locals and seeing what they're going through, not just sitting in the hotel and trying to sunbathe like some people love. It's just not my top priority to sunbathe, but I enjoy it as well.
So travel and vacation.
Do you think there's a difference?
Well, word difference, yeah, but to vacation usually there's some traveling, right? That has to happen. You have to really kind of travel.
So for you,
Okay,
travel
my
is the
idea.
act of getting to a vacation. It's what you do to get to the vacation. To you, that's what
Correct.
travel is.
Yeah, I guess because you can take a vacation to do nothing and stay home, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
True.
But my idea of vacation is there's got to be some traveling involved. That's my vacation. I don't want to take no. There's no such thing as vacationing. I'm taking a
Like a
vacation to stay
staycation?
in. Yeah. So that's staycation. It could be staycation. But
Yeah,
Claudia, I do love sunbathing, but that is definitely not the only thing I do when I vacation or travel. Because I sunbathe in my backyard all the time.
Yes, I don't know. For me, I love the sun. It's just
you got to be doing something while you're in the sun.
yeah, exactly. Like if I'm moving, I don't know. Like maybe it's just not me to be sitting down still a lot. It just 2 hours, 4 hours laying by the beach. Like I love the sound. I love the environment. I'm not really a big fan of sand because it's sticky and it gets on my hair. There's little personal things, but I do enjoy it. I do enjoy the beach.
Yeah, no. For 20 minutes, right? And then, okay, let's go.
Yeah,
Let's go to the pool. Let's go to the pool.
next beach. We can
There's
go
no
to the
sand.
next beach.
Wait, the sand is the problem or just to stay put? I don't think she wants to be by the pool either. Do you, got it?
I like the
When you're on
pool too.
vacation?
I think I swim more in the pool than in the ocean.
Oh,
Yeah, I think she just prefers the pool over the beach.
Yeah.
All right, ladies, let's get into it. So tell us, why do you guys love to travel? Why do we love to travel? What does it do for our soul?
What doesn't it do for our soul?
I mean, there's people out there that don't
I
travel.
know, and I don't understand.
I mean, to me, I think it's like you don't know what it is until you actually experience it. You know what I mean? And they could just be thinking like, oh, you have to pack, you have to leave home, you have to be somewhere different. You know what I mean? Like somewhere that you don't know anything. And that could be what prevents people from traveling. But I don't get it either, girl.
Yeah, I understand. There's a little bit of frightenness that you get from doing it, but yes, I really don't. I guess I want to jump in and try it out. Let's figure it out while we're there. Like, I think traveling alone would be scary, but it's definitely something I would do. I would have all of my communications. Where do I need to go? Is the American embassy? Like, I'm
Have
not
your plan.
that type of scared person if I'm by myself, but at least I'll know and I'll have the knowledge of where to go to if I need help, if I'm in a different country, because every law is different and you never know if you're by yourself. You want to be safe.
Would you take a solo trip?
I would.
I would too. I have taken, when I was younger, I took some solo trips, a few. Most of my trips, I think, were solo when I was younger.
To where?
To Portugal, to Cape Verde, to
But
Holland.
that's to family. I mean, like to go somewhere where you have no family, you're literally going to be by yourself for, let's say, a whole week.
An entire week.
Yeah.
She's like,
Honestly,
"Sorry."
like I'm not gonna say I wouldn't do it. I'm not gonna say I don't know. To me, it's like I probably should, right? But it's like I feel like I would get bored. Granted, you can go out and meet people and people watch and all that, but like when it's time to go back to your room, I would be bored.
You don't have to go back by yourself.
Oh yes, I do.
Just kidding. No, I think I definitely would if I knew that it was going to be at a place where there was going to be, like you said, meeting other people involved. You know, like
I would do like a retreat, like if it's going to be a meditation retreat or some type of health retreat where you're going to be in a group. Granted, you don't know these people, but the point is to be around people. I don't think I would just go because I want to visit Greece, so there's nobody to go with me, so I'm just going to go by myself. I don't think I would do that. I would go for a
backpack through Greece.
No, I'm definitely gonna do that, but I would want a companion with me. I feel it would make
fun to have someone.
Yeah, it would make it more enjoyable and more fun that you can like bounce ideas off. You can talk to someone about how beautiful it is or like what you're feeling in the moment. Where when you're by yourself, you can of course have those conversations internally, but I just feel like it would be good to have someone else's perspective as you're going through those experiences. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I think it would depend on the context of the vacation or the trip. Okay, let's go back to our topic. Why do we love to travel? Claudia went on a tangent and got us into solo traveling, which is good because that's something that, you know, some people are for, some people, you know, are like, hell no.
Yeah. Why do I like to travel or take vacations? I think it's my top reason would be for health reasons.
Yeah.
Seriously, to me, if I don't know I have a planned vacation coming up, or if I'm not going to go somewhere different, I start to feel stressed out. I start to feel sad. And I really think if I take a year or two without vacationing, I start to get mentally not well.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
Very important for me to get away, even if it's a long weekend.
Mm-hmm.
It's very important for my mental health to get away from the daily same thing every day. I tend to get stagnant very quick. So, but I don't know. I also love travel because I love the airport. I love the airplane. I love the idea of flying. I love packing.
Are you serious?
Yes, I do. I
I
love.
hate packing, but I love to travel.
I get so excited about packing that I'm like, yeah, I'll pack for me and I'll pack for you if you want. I'll help you pack your stuff. You know, I'm like that. I just love the idea of let's go, let's travel, let's go someplace new. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm the same in the sense that I need a little break in my routine. I need to see different things. Like seeing the same thing over and over and over again kind of gets a little bit, monotonous. So I like to that break in your everyday. But my top reason is probably just because I feel like it's kind of my mission to get to know this planet. I want to know every single corner of this world. It's just so beautiful. Like when you actually travel and you go to places and
Mhm.
you see what these
The world has to
landscapes,
offer.
yeah, like what the world looks like,
Mm-hmm.
it gets better and better like each time. You know what I mean? And it's like, oh geez, yes, this is
Yeah, you
amazing.
have a very open mind and you want it all. And you know,
Yes,
Like
the
why
world
would we
belongs to us, so we
right,
should
why
definitely know it, every inch of it, if we could. I go on a rampage sometimes with you guys about this restriction of like I have to pay to go here. No,
Mhm.
Earth is mine. I was placed here. I should be able to travel anywhere I want. Get on a plane or get on a car and just be able to enter a country without a problem. But we can go into a sideways with that type of conversation, but I won't take it there today. But in traveling, the experience is something that can never be taken away from you. That's something you live within. And then we have pictures, videos, all of that, memories. And like you were saying, when you're with someone, you can always go back and forth about that. Remember that trip, what we did? Remember that mountain we saw? Remember how far we were going up that mountain, girl? I almost gave up. Like, it's always fun to go back and forth, but it's
memories.
definitely something that needs to be done occasionally in my life as well. So I think I take longer than you guys to plan another trip, because you guys do more trips than I do, but I think it all falls in our lifestyle where we are. I know I've missed a lot of traveling with you guys because of the circumstances of what was going on in my life, but not because I wasn't with you spiritually, because I was. So
You
yeah,
were through
I
the
love to
text. Oh,
travel.
I remember our first. No, it was not first, but it was one of the Miami Kizomba Beach festivals that we did every August.
Yeah.
And there was one year that everything we did was Claudia. Let's show Claudia. Let's talk about. Claudia could have been here. She should have been here, but that's how it was. Yeah.
Yeah, couldn't go at the time, but I was there, go and hear you guys tell the story, see pictures. I feel like I traveled as well.
Speaking of Miami, let's talk about the last trip we were on.
The last
Camila,
trip
you want
I
to
was
start?
on,
Mm-hmm.
I went to Hawaii. I'm just kidding. I did not get to go to Hawaii.
You went spiritually, you were there.
I did. And now I'm living it through pictures and Instagram posts. That's why social media is so cool.
Yes.
But yeah, my last trip was what, 5 months ago?
Where'd you go?
5 months. And I went back to our home country,
Yes.
Cape Verde Islands. I don't know if we mentioned this in our introduction episode that we were Cape Verdean, did we?
No, I
No,
don't
we
think we did.
didn't.
Girls,
I
I
know.
know,
How did
right?
you miss that?
we'll get our shit together soon.
We're island girls.
Yes, Cape Verdean. So I went back to Cape Verde. It was just it was like a couple trip. It was just my husband and I, and it just simply was amazing. And it was a long vacation. We usually get vacations for a week, so we decided we're gonna go for 45 days. Yeah. Felt like 3 weeks, but it was definitely around 45 days. It goes by super fast. But what can I talk about vacationing in Cape Verde?
Like, how were you feeling when you were there? Like, what were the feelings?
Well, there was a lot of feelings and emotions because I hadn't been back for like almost 8 years.
That was me when I went in 2020. It was 7 years.
So it had been a long time. And I think the main reason was probably just I was taking a lot of smaller vacations or again going to Miami every
Every
summer.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's usually that's the time that I would be able to go back home to Cape Verde was, coincides with the same vacation I took to Miami. But it felt amazing, and especially because I got to go to an island I hadn't. My my like maternal island, I call it.
Our island.
Our island.
San Nicolau.
Yes.
It's Claudia and I were both born in San Nicolau.
Yep.
Yes.
So yeah, I always felt like something was calling me to go to San Nicolau. And when I got there, I was like, yep, I knew
I'm
something.
home.
Yeah, definitely, you feel home. So that was a beautiful experience to go. My husband's family's from there. So it was pretty easy getting around and knowing with Nair, I already knew all the places that I had to get to.
Of
I
course.
have to get to
You
the
have
place.
to.
So it made it a lot easier to know people waiting there for you to show you a good time. So it was 45 days. It was just Sunny Cloud.
Mhm.
First we went to Praia. So we spent a couple of nights in São Vicente. Then we went to Sunny Cloud. I spent 15 days there. Then went to Sal. Then went back to Praia. Then we went to Maio. And then from Maio came back to Praia and then back home to Arica.
Nice.
Yeah.
So how many islands do you have left to visit in Cape Verde?
I've never been to Fogo, Brava, San Nicolau, and Boa Vista.
You've been to Sunny Cloud, girl.
I'm sorry, Santo Antão and Boa Vista.
Oh.
I've never been.
I still need to go to Maio. Fog. I know. Fog. You guys take me there.
I will take you to Maio. I'll take you both to Maio because Maio is
beautiful.
Again, yes. I say Sunny Cloud is my maternal island because my grandparents on my mother's side
roots are from there.
But Maio is my fraternal island because my grandparents and my father were all born in Maio. I was born in the island of Sal, but do you say registered when you get your birth certificate?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was registered in Maio, believe it or not.
So did they take you there as a baby, or your dad just registered you in Maio?
I have no idea what happened, but when I was coming to the United States, I had to prove of registry, and we ended up finding it in Maio. That's where it was.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so I need to visit.
Taking you both to Maio.
Mm-hmm. Fog, we can all go together, and Brava. I think I have left.
Yeah, and that's Fog and Brava is a day trip together, right?
Yeah.
Now you have 2 more islands to visit in Cape Verde, right?
3
left.
Yeah. How about you,
I got a whole lot more. I've only been back to Sunny Cloud. Like I've been back.
Okay,
but back to Sunny Cloud and
how
Sal, that's it.
Oh, Sal. So when you fly, you've flown to Sal.
Yeah, because I was younger. Yeah, I was younger at the time, so I would only go to those 2 islands. Sal, my father lives there. Sunny Cloud was home.
Yeah, but you went to Praia to see your man.
I did, and then I ended up going to Praia, and then I did go to San Vicente once. Hated it. Sorry.
What?
I was young and I really didn't have anybody there.
San Vicente.
So I mean, I didn't get to to explore the way I would like to because I really didn't know anybody and I was young.
Yeah.
And the people who were supposed to take me were too busy or whatever. So it was like a couple of days there. So I would definitely need to go back and explore it with you guys so we can do stuff. Brava, I haven't been. Fogo, I haven't been. Santo Antão, I haven't been, but it's on my top of the list. My parents go there all the time. My mother's in love, and she's Sunny Cloud, loves Sunny Cloud, but she loves Santo Antão.
But if you like Sunny Cloud, you're gonna love Santo Antão because if you love the mountains of Sunny Cloud, Santo Antão is gonna blow you away because it's
my mother just says it's more green and watery than ours, but
there's like evergreen trees like at the top, like an evergreen in Cape Verde is like you would not think those kinds of trees.
Evergreen, like the pine trees.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sunny Cloud has those too.
Yeah,
no, I mean like those big, huge ones that you see in Vermont and like New Hampshire because it's super cold at the top.
No,
in Maio, Boa Vista. So I have a couple of places I need to hit up and go.
You've gone to like what 4 out of the 9, so you're halfway there.
You need a nice vacation back home.
A full,
not a purpose vacation, but a real relaxing, exploring vacation to Cape Verde.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, so our last trip. So Claudia and I went together on our last
Yeah.
trip. Mhm.
Manila was with
So
us spiritually.
spiritually. So it was for my 40th birthday not party, but for my 40th birthday.
Celebration.
Yes. So I'm not a party person, but I love to travel. So
Unless she's at a party, then like
well, I mean,
videos to prove.
if I'm there, I'm gonna
Not
enjoy
gonna plan a
myself.
party,
But
but still
I'm
go.
not. Yes, don't count on me to plan a party and da da da. No, I'd rather plan a trip.
Yes.
And whoever wants to come. Let's go. Let's go on the trip together. So we traveled to 4 US states. We went to Nevada, Arizona, California, and the star of the show, Hawaii. Although, I mean, I'm sure you can agree with me, Claudia, all 4 were amazing. And
Oh
I
my
could
God.
literally go back to all 4 and spend way more time there.
Yes, I agree with you on that one. Definitely.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going back to Arizona at some
Oh,
point because that was my favorite.
I mean, Arizona, and I like read about it that especially Sedona where we stayed, it's like a spiritual place. They have what they call the energy vortex, right?
Yes.
And
Big
it's
color in the sky thing.
no,
No.
it's like
Listen,
an
surrounding.
energy vortex is like the energy that you get from the nature. So like the mountains they have there, and there's specific spots in Sedona where yes, where you feel it more. So like they always recommend when you go on those hikes to like really sit and meditate. And people have like really crazy spiritual experiences. It can be very beautiful. We didn't spend that much time, so I think we did one hike, and that was amazing. I remember we hiked to like this amazing cave, and we were there for so long. Remember, like people were like coming and going,
We took
and
over the place.
but it just felt so good. You know what I mean? We weren't really doing anything. We was like obviously enjoying taking pictures, talking to the people, but it was just so amazing. Then we were like, guys, we gotta go.
We were here for 4 hours.
4 hours, like we got up and went because it opened at 8. And good thing we went early because like there was already cars lined up.
Yep.
And the parking lot only takes so many cars, right? So we got there in time. We didn't leave there till noon, and we didn't eat breakfast, nothing. We were like starving.
Brave
People would
souls
start
we
thinking,
are.
oh, ask those tourist guides over there.
Right? Like we were like telling people about it, showing people around, but it was just so amazing. You guys know I love to hike. So any trip where I can find a mountain to hike, that's my thing. And of course the beach. So Nevada, we stayed in Las Vegas because none of us had ever gone there. So we wanted to kind of experience the Las Vegas Strip. So we stayed in that area. We got to see that. Definitely worth a trip back, right? And I think it would be like a nice girls trip for like a long weekend to just like stay on the strip and like party and have fun and swim. But we left.
I'm down.
Huh?
I'm down for this
Yeah.
girls trip.
But we did explore around like out of Las Vegas. We went to that state park, which was amazing, right? Another place. I don't know.
Can
The
we just stay
desert.
here? Like I told that, can we just stay here? It's hot as
So
hell.
yeah, that's the only thing is the heat. And like when we went to Joshua Tree, so we went to Joshua Tree National Park, which is in California. Yo, we literally, obviously we stayed in the car because it's like 120 degrees. We would get out of the car, take the picture, like get back in. It was so hot, but it was amazing. Like I had never like been to like a desert landscape before. So just to see that was beyond words. California was nice too. The places we went, beautiful. Malibu, that beach,
top of the line,
top tier.
beautiful. Like it.
Oh
like,
my God.
This trip was like nature, soul grounded completely. Like it was the mission that you created the trip anyways, was to connect internally with nature, with yourself and your surroundings. And I feel like it followed us
Yeah.
the whole time. Like we were there, like out of nowhere, we see like
Dolphins.
a family of dolphins.
It
And we're
was
like,
amazing.
The
I've never
dolphins
seen
were
dolphins in my
there.
life.
On the beach, in the wild, just
Oh,
jump.
what beach?
Malibu.
Oh, I
Don't know
thought
the
it was
name
in
of the beach though. I
Hawaii.
gotta
No.
remember. No, we
Oh,
haven't gotten to
no.
Hawaii yet. Hawaii
Yeah,
got a lot of stories.
we're still on the mainland.
We're still in California there. We jumped to California.
Oh wait, so we saw animals like those mountain goats in Las Vegas.
Yes, we did.
We
I have a
like
picture
I
with
don't know if they're called mountain goats, but they were just chilling, watching us, walking around. Like
one of them followed me. Remember, like
yeah,
that was just staring at me, and I'm like, oh my god, is it coming after me? But no, it was
no,
mad chill.
chill.
It had the baby with it, and then it just, just stood there looking at me. I have pictures and videos. I'm like, is he gonna come after me? But I'm like, oh, you're so pretty. Talking
Yeah,
to it like an idiot.
No, I mean they're animals.
Like
Wow.
weird. Who is this weird human talking to me right now? But they were so pretty.
I talked to a lot of animals in Cape Verde, especially in Sunny Cloud.
Yeah, we
There's
have
always
a
a donkey or a goat or some other animal crossing the street.
I love goats. They're so cute.
Yeah,
With
it was
googly
fun.
eyes.
The square eyes. Yeah, so when our first time seeing the Pacific Ocean, so that was amazing to see dolphins out of nowhere jumping, swimming. And then, right, I don't remember where we were, but I think we were in Hawaii. We kept seeing like this guy, I guess he was like snorkeling, but we were like so focused on seeing animals. We're like, what kind of animal is that? Like, is that a seal? I was like, no, that can't be a whale. And then we were like, wait, that's just the guy.
Like, this is her. They're both, is that an animal? Is that this? Is that that? And I looked at it and I'm like, it's a human.
Oh,
But it looked, I think it was Hawaii.
It looked like an animal, but I'm like,
like
guys,
the
it's a human.
He had flippers, so like the flippers would come up. It looked like when the dolphins would come up, or like a seal. Sometimes a seal. We're like, what is that? I was like, no, it can't be a whale. It's too small to be a whale.
Oh my god, that was funny. We
Can't.
were seeing animals everywhere.
And of course, lastly, in Hawaii, and I didn't even know this when I booked their Airbnb. That first Airbnb, I'm sorry, we stayed in 3 places. That was the best, hands down. We literally had turtles in our backyard. It was crazy. Like we got there, we were like,
she was with us,
right?
I'm a turtle.
Connected.
That was amazing. And then we were like trying to snorkel with them, and then we went to that beach, and it was like
all over the water.
All over them. He was like,
and the cute thing about it is they say that you're not supposed to get too close to them, so we tried to stay far away from them, but they were the ones coming close to us.
They're like not scared of people. I mean, they're probably used to it, but like so chill. They're like so cute.
They were laying eggs. They were all in the sand. Like that, like 2 nights before, the people that were there were like, there was like what, 15 of them on like they came out,
and they were huge.
They're big.
We
saw cows driving to the Grand Canyon.
Girl.
Oh,
all animals everywhere. 4 places we've been to. Chickens.
Yes, they run in Hawaii. Chickens just be hanging in the street.
Yeah.
They just chill.
They're
citizens.
They're citizens.
Yeah. So
what I missed was the fish, like we just mentioned. I thought we were gonna eat a lot more fish in Hawaii, but sticking to the topic of the food stuff, we didn't, and I was disappointed. I don't know, it's because we're island people and we eat a lot of fish in the islands when we go back. And then I thought Hawaii would have that type of menu. It had the only fish was fish tacos.
My theory is I think they've catered their menu to Americans because it's an American state. So one good thing about the trip is, remember when we did the road to Hana, we were listening to Mr. Gypsy.
Yes.
It's like an app. It's like a travel guide. Like as you're driving, he tells you like useful information about the different locations. He tells you where to stop on this road, this famous road that you do in Maui. He was giving us a lot of history, like on the way back, because he had already like talked about the different spots that we drove by. On the way back, he was giving us like a history of Hawaii from the beginning all the way to like present time. And I highly recommend anyone, at least if you're a US citizen or you live in the US, to know the story of Hawaii because it's amazing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
It was a lot of planned, thought out
a lot of
action. It was
craziness, a
well
lot of
planned.
craziness. And, you know, obviously originally, I think even for a moment they were their own country or they were,
Yeah, I think the
yeah, they were a
beginning they
republic.
were, but then it got messed up with the Europeans coming in, and then United
Taking over
States not
basically.
wanting that to happen and planning it and thorough how what they're gonna get it because it was a plan. I'm sorry, it
It
just
was
wasn't.
definitely a plan.
Sounds
Like I
like
said,
you guys
over
are
hundreds of
saying,
years.
sounds to me like you're saying if they're not catering to tourists or Americans, but it's Americans catering to Americans.
No, I'm saying
I
that
mean, I would hope somebody would definitely come on and help us thrive and inspire us, come in with some, thing on Hawaii and the food and whatever happens. But there's got to be a place in Hawaii that the, I don't want to say originals,
local
The
the
local, which was Hana.
are
Hana was the best, the
are
most
eating.
populated with their local
but I feel
Hawaiian.
like the food
Fish
at the
and
restaurants and they have
fish.
great food trucks too. I feel like
Yeah,
the food is catered and cooked in a way to cater to American cuisine.
tourists. Yeah.
Yeah, so like fish tacos, I'm just trying to think like the seafood would be, I'm trying to think, it's like a pasta dish. You know what I mean? Like that's more Italian to me. Like
When the
granted,
tour guide told you guys about the past fest, did he mention food? Is it
no, no, I
typical
don't really
Hawaiian
mention
food?
food.
No.
No,
No. But you know, they're just like any other island. Like you live off the land. So like the fruits were amazing. My
fresh
husband was like literally making us stop at the side of the road so he could
mangoes.
pick mangoes from
Mhm.
the trees.
I grab.
Grabo, yo grabo.
Yo grabo.
But like the mangoes, the banana was like super rich and tasty. Like the grapes, everything just is more
Papaya,
papaya, pineapple. It's just
passion
more
fruit.
tasteful.
Oh,
Just has more flavor. So that was amazing. And then
you guys ate a lot of fruits?
we
Mhm.
tried, yeah.
Ooh.
But
We
the other
tried the
thing,
ones we just talked about.
food is a big thing for me. Like I travel because I want to eat what
Yeah.
they're known for. Food and the landscape. Like those are my top.
So, what is your top 4 reasons to travel and why? Claudia, you go first.
The adventure, the local experience, the food, and the knowledge.
Like what kind of knowledge?
Like just just to step out of my own comfort of what I know from where I've come from.
Mhm.
I think for us, we see it a little different because we are from another country. At a young age, we were raised in another country, so we value coming to the United States and learning their culture because we had to and keep ours. So
Mhm.
we juggle both. And then going to someone else's country and learning theirs, you
There's
can
a
kind of
respect
put the
there too.
similarities of ours from home to Americans, how they do it differently, but yet there's still a grounding that makes you human. It's the
Mhm.
connection with the people. You end up meeting people there that you connect with. So travel is it's growth. It's pretty much that sums it all up. Is I feel like the world is mine and I should know every inch and every person that lives in it. Like you shouldn't tell me I can't go there. Like that's not for you to decide. That's
Mhm.
for me to decide. I can go anywhere I want, when I want, how I
I
want.
think they've been telling you a lot throughout your life. You can't go, you can't
Yeah.
travel because you sound like, I'm going to go.
I'm
I'm going to
gonna
show you
go.
that I can go.
No, I don't like it when people tell me I can't do something. Don't tell me or tell anyone they can. You can't tell people they can't. Like that word does not exist.
So
When
you
I
travel
hear it,
because
it's
you
like,
can.
no, yes, you can. It's all about how you do it, and the experience that goes through, everything that you do. So the traveling piece, yeah, it's kind of pushing my own boundaries to grow. And I feel like my purpose is to grow. Like I don't want to be the same person I am every day, every year. I want to be who I am, but I want to grow and be evolved into the human beings that we can and we should be,
Yeah.
whatever that is.
That's my number 1 reason. I guess I'll go second. First is definitely the escape, right? Just to escape the normality of everyday life. That would
Mhm.
be it. Why? Because I think it's essential and we need to. It's very important to travel. Second would be the ocean and sunbathing. I want a vacation because of that.
We have that in our backyard, though.
Third, but still, I need
Still not the same.
Not the
waters,
same.
different waters, different sand, different smells.
Yeah. I hear you.
Definitely. Third would be probably exploring, because I love to explore. And the fourth, the food or the culture and the people. They all come. I put them all
combined
in the same
together.
bucket.
Big group.
Yes.
All right.
Those were my four.
For me, well, the experience. I mean, I don't know if the experience is just too broad, but learning something new, right?
Mm-hmm.
My travel involves a lot of nature, although I can appreciate good architecture, I can appreciate history, I can appreciate like all that stuff, but nature, there has to be nature in my trips. And again, like I can do a city, but it has to be a city near a beach.
Like the beach, the mountain, or parks when it comes to nature.
Yeah, all three.
Well, beach is I like all three, but beach is number one. Mountain would be number two. Park I feel is man-made. So like, again, I can appreciate everything.
Man-made, like the Arizona or Sedona.
Like a national park.
National
parks, okay, yeah. I mean, there's mountains there too. So
yeah.
I guess I'd pick a park over just plain mountains. Like at least a park is a little bit more curated, right? It's like you have direction on where to go, what to see. But beach is number one. Mm. If you're an island person, like if you know. The beach is like I can ground myself in grass, I can ground myself anywhere, but the beach is just hits different. Like, oh my gosh.
The ocean connects.
Yes, like the water, the sound of the waves, the water and the sky, seeing them together. And then if it's a beach with like a mountain, like how Claudia's background is right now, like I remember when I was in St. Thomas, it looked just like that, right? It had like the nice green mountain with the beautiful beach. And even Brazil is kind of like that, but Brazil's water doesn't compare to like the Caribbean. Like, I'm sorry.
Brazil's water we've been to, we have to be so careful because
it's crazy.
The world is huge. Brazil is humongous.
Mm-hmm. But the beach, like that's home for me. I just love the beach. So the experience, the nature, the food, and the culture, just learning about how people live in that area, like what their day-to-day is, what they do, like how the locals are. Sometimes I think there's people that live like completely different lifestyles from us.
Yeah.
And this is why I think it's so important for like kids to travel, especially like our kids who, we come from third world countries, so they don't grow up with this bougie mentality, thinking like, having that, what am I trying to say? Like that spoiledness, like they need to send them back. Right. That they need to see that not everybody lives how we live. And it will help them obviously have more compassion for people, for their people, and really appreciate the things that they have. So, but the crazy thing is like some people may live on less things than we have, but like they're super happy, they're super content. To me, I admire that because most of the time they're living in nature, right? They're like by the ocean, or they live on farms around animals and trees and things like that. It's like a different perspective.
It is. I know. We escape to go find that, right? Yeah, a lot of people do leave that behind to come find what we have.
I mean, and with good reason.
And a lot of people, when they travel, their vacations, they're traveling to come to New York. Yeah, to come.
It's crazy.
This is in Boston. Yeah,
and we see people right downtown at the docks, going to the Whaling Museum, like that's their vacation. They're coming to learn the history over here, which is amazing too, and we're here, like we experience it every day. And some people might even take that for granted. Like And I think I went through a time where like I used to take that for granted. Obviously, the more I traveled and like as I got older, you start to realize even the place where you live is special too.
Very special.
So
Think about it. Like
New
we
England
are called the Whaling
so
City
New
here.
Bedford is amazing.
Yeah, it's a whaling city and it's connected either way. We
The
went
history.
to Hawaii, where in Maui, they were the whaling city there.
Yes. Then
You
they
know what I'm
talk
saying?
about
And you think of,
someone from this
yeah,
region, like back in the day, like a Portuguese man. That's why
yeah.
there's a lot of Portuguese influence in Hawaii. Like they have malasadas, they have like Portuguese stuff out there. And we were like, Portuguese, like how did they end up all the way over here? And then Mr. Gypsy was telling us back in the day, like hundreds of years ago, during like the whaling times,
Yeah.
I guess the guy, like while they were doing like their whaling trip, they ended up in Hawaii. And then remember, he just went back and like stayed there and like started his own,
teaching them their own, you know, colonizing and teaching that's how Christianity got there. So like we are all connected at some shape or form, you know. And then
There you go,
Cape Verde
travel,
was known for whaling.
Knowledge.
We have a lot of Cape Verdeans who came here for whaling. So it's like we're all connected, guys. Like the world belongs to us.
And the more you travel, the more you
see that. Like the world is big, but it's so small at the same time.
Tiny. Yep.
You see the map of it, like you just got to put it together because they all fit. So if we stop using this whole separation of how it is right now, how we view it, and view it as a map that comes together, we should be united instead of always trying to like, oh, we're better than this country, we're better than that country. And that's like, no, we're one world and we're the humankinds that are special enough to live here and we treating it like shit. So
that's another story for another time, girl. So I wanted to bring up your article because I thought it was interesting.
Yeah, thought about that too.
The basic gist is
you waste a lot of time
as Americans
going on vacation as Americans.
But I do want to point out, though, I don't know if you saw this. This what is it called? This article was written in 2016, so you have to kind of put that into perspective a little bit too, because a lot has happened in the world since 2016, especially over the past couple of years with this whole pandemic, right? Which I want to talk about that a little bit on too, because I feel like the pandemic has kind of affected how people think of travel, but we'll get into that after. But the article is basically why Americans are afraid to take vacation. And it basically goes into saying that as Americans, we take less vacation than our like European counterparts. And this is very true. First of all, to my knowledge, Europeans off the bat, they get like a month vacation. Right. Whereas as Americans, a lot of positions, you have to work to get to that much vacation. Some positions don't even offer you vacation up front. You have to earn your vacation hours, right? But the standard, I would say vacation time is what, 2 weeks?
Max
for Americans. The more time you're with a company, typically the more vacation time you earn, or in some companies, the levels, as you move up in the levels, you get more vacation time. But for the most part, it doesn't compare to the amount of time that Europeans, for instance, get. So right there, you're working with none or less. So that's not how are you gonna take vacation if you don't have the time? So right there's a reason why
people don't
Americans are not going to take vacation. And then they also mentioned like a fear of coming back to like having mad work. I don't want to leave for a week because when I come back, I'm going to have like piles of work. So that's a fear
that someone else is not capable or able to do a job, right?
Yep. I feel that's very like selfish way of thinking.
It is.
And then the fear
on a promotion.
Yes, so you're not going to be considered for a promotion because they're going to be like, well, why are we going to promote you if you're not dedicated? Another thing, right? You're not showing dedication to the company if you don't take vacation time.
If you take vacation time.
Yeah, but I mean, do you guys agree with that? Like when you think about the jobs that you've had, have those concerns? Have you had those concerns, and has your companies that you've worked for kind of portrayed that kind of environment?
Well, I haven't, because I haven't had the experience really with corporate, worked much with
okay, but I can speak to corporate, but like you guys who work more for like the public and nonprofit. Like, how has that been?
Well, when I read the article, I didn't believe it because everybody I really worked with is always like, oh, vacation is important, right? I've been surrounded by that, how important it is to take vacation. I've never really worked with people that was like, oh, I can't take this vacation, just give me the money if it's even possible because I don't have the time. Like, how can you not have the time? So no, I don't have much to say on that, but I think it's real. I mean, the article says that Americans don't use like 52 point something percent of
52 billion a year, right?
4 billion, yep.
Per year. That is
Each
freaking
year.
crazy to me. That's insane. That just really blew my mind.
Because like you said, you're coming from an environment where the jobs you've had, that hasn't been the environment. But like remember when you sent this to us and I was like, I guess the amount, like I know, like I've lived this life.
Listen, $52 billion
thrown away. So
the first $1 million, but this is 52 billion.
So, and think about it. This is the money. This is the money that the companies are willing to give you to not work. Even though you're not working, I'm still paying you. I'm paying you to do nothing for this company. I'm
paying you to go relax, refresh, and come back in with new great ideas, right?
For you as a person, but the company, to them, you're doing nothing. So they've already accounted that this money is not going to equal productivity. So the fact that people are just leaving this money on the table is what doesn't make sense. But I get it because I've been in corporate and I can see how people would feel this way, especially when you're in like a cutthroat environment, right? So for me, my experience has been, so I'm in a new role, right? My previous role, I was in management. And in my current role, I'm in like the back end, so the operational side. So when I was in management, my boss was completely different from my boss that I have now. Granted, same organization, but two different worlds, which is crazy. So my previous boss had that, like this article's perspective on vacation. Because we were in management, his perspective was, if your team is not performing right now, in a sense, he would expect us to cancel our vacation. He was like, you got to do what it takes. If you have an upcoming vacation and your team's not performing, you should consider canceling that vacation.
No.
Girl, I promise you.
And I have what the comebacks have been, like the responses to this.
Well, I know I never cancel my vacation. Hell no. Okay, he had a group of managers that reported to him, and we were all like dumbfounded because, we value our time. But he would be like, yeah, if your team is not performing, and when you're a manager, like your team's performance is your performance, right? If they don't perform, you're not performing. So to him, that was his mentality. Even if you have to take your laptop on vacation, even if you have to log in, like that was his mentality.
What?
So fast forward to the current position that I'm in now. Tell my boss, right, I'm planning this vacation. First of all, she's like, y'all need to make sure you take your vacation. Like, she's complete opposite. She's like, reminding us every team meeting, make sure you put your time on the calendar. She's like, I see some of you are. She's like, some of you aren't. We're halfway through the year. Make sure you get your time in. Like, she's always pushing us. And when I told her I was going to Hawaii, she's been there before and she was so happy. She was like telling me about her time there. So she was like super happy. Like, she was happy for me. So that was so different from my
previous. I was like, what? You want me to go on vacation?
Like, and then when I come back, she's, our first one-on-one, she's like, okay, you have to tell me all about the trip. Like, basically, that's all we talked about was the trip when I came back. And then she was like, well, on our next meeting, I want you to share some pictures of your trip. So she literally like dedicated time in our team meeting for me to share my pictures. So I got to put this little PowerPoint together.
Oh, of course you did.
Very good.
It's the only way I can share my pictures in an organized way. So like I shared my PowerPoint screen, took everybody through the pictures, what we did. That would never happen in my old job. It's like night and day. So I don't know if it's because
same
of
company, old job. Yeah, old
position. Same company, different position. So you could clearly see the priorities. So I think it's obviously the company culture is big, but I also think it's who you work for. Like that can make a big difference on your view, obviously, of the work that you do, but also of like your own mental health. Because we all know taking time away from work, it helps with
Yep.
your mental state.
Yep. Productivity too. You can produce
Yes.
more when
And
you
that's
come
the
back. You
thing.
have a clear mind.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think too, it's not, I know we're mentioning the company, but it's not just that. There's people who have their own businesses, right? Purchase their houses, have their beautiful children, just like how the article starts, but has never made time to take a vacation.
But the thing too is that's why
Not,
I said as a child, like we have to raise our children knowing that travel is a priority. These people that were mentioned in the article, I guarantee they weren't taking trips as kids. Because if you grow up taking trips, that's just instilled in you.
yeah. So
That's
something that
part
brings
of
joy
life.
into your life, you have to be aware of it. You have to learn about it. So yeah, you're right.
I haven't had too much trouble working and having trouble with vacationing. It's the 2 weeks you earn it, and then the longer years you stay there, you get for up to 5 weeks. I've had that, but the companies I've worked for also believed in traveling, that it was something that you should do, and you beginning of the year, what's your plan for vacationing? They always like if we had multiple staff, so they needed to know because what they needed to do was to cover your time. And they knew me was always going to be 2 weeks straight. Because the other thing about vacationing, they like for you to take
Yeah.
days here and there. They like
Mhm.
to take your week. Like if you have a full week, they don't want you to take full
Yep.
week, but when you have somebody who understands the reason why you take 4 weeks, because us is mostly traveling to Cape Verde, it's a longer trip. 2 weeks isn't going to be worth it for me to go. So I would always have that plan through the year. If I'm going to Cape Verde, I'm letting her know January, hey, my trip is going to be this and it's going to be for this long. Yeah, so we're preparing for that because they know that I'm not going to be there. And then if I didn't have the time earned, I've never had the issue of going unpaid. So they've never denied a vacation that's for 4 weeks. If I only had 2 weeks, they didn't pay me for the 2 weeks.
Yeah, same here. And I'm grateful for that.
Yeah, so they've always been very flexible with the needs that I've had with vacationing. So I know that a lot of people don't have that ability because of the culture of the business is like, no, you don't have the time, you're not going, and things like that. But it is very important to take time away, and I think now that we're in this world that we're in, people are starting to realize that if you would cater to your employees' need and mental health, you will get productivity better. So it's probably going to be a change in the future for more time off than having to earn it. Like I understand what Vanila's saying. Like you work 40 hours, you get point 0.2 whatever days or something for your vacation time. So I think it may change in the future that you just automatically have those weeks or you just ask for those week times. But we're evolving and companies are learning to cater more to mental health because it is important. And
Yeah.
we work
Yeah,
mostly with
Americans, wake up.
Yeah. And like I think, like I said in the beginning before we started talking about the article, is this pandemic has changed a lot of people's views on
Mhm.
vacations and taking
Yeah.
time off. You can see it. People are dying to go on trips and take vacation. And I also think that social media is a big part of more people wanting to travel, right?
Right.
Because you see all the beautiful pictures that people post when they visit different places, you're naturally going to be like, wow, that looks amazing, I want to go there. Even if you're someone that never travels or never wanted to travel, social media gives us the ability to see what it looks like in a certain country, like what Croatia looks like. Like I never knew Croatia was so beautiful. Like Iceland,
Yeah.
another place that I'd be like, Iceland, just the name,
Cold.
But it's
cold.
so
And
beautiful.
I stay away from cold. Like all my trips are going to be places that are hot. But seeing pictures and video of Iceland, I know we want to talk about this too. Like Iceland is in my top 3.
You added it to your bucket list?
Yeah.
It's been there.
Mine's too.
Iceland,
Switzerland,
girl,
all of
I'd be
them.
dreaming about that place. It just looks so amazing. Prior to social media, I would not think to research Iceland. Just the name turns me off. But
I think what attracted it was first was the whole Northern Light thing.
yes,
What is it? That's not real.
Northern
That's
Lights.
fake.
No,
When I read it was like it's in Iceland. I was like, okay, I'm going to Iceland.
the natural springs, the crazy volcanoes. There's one that's like active right now.
Whale watching.
Whale watching, the black sand beaches, the waterfalls, crazy. There's this waterfall that you can like literally walk behind it. It's just so beautiful.
She's there right now.
Yeah, like I'm there, girl. Okay, so let's talk about our top 3 in the next 5 years, 10 years. What are 3 places you definitely have to go to? Why you make that face?
Because it's so
hard to pick.
And I'm going anywhere that comes to me first, that I'm able to.
That the universe puts in front of you.
Can we go to China? Yes, we can. Can we go to India? Please, can we? You know what I mean? It's like
yes, we know we want to go anywhere. But okay, yeah. I'm giving you $20,000.
Oh, okay.
Where are you booking your flight?
Africa.
I know you're booking.
Africa's
so big, but where? That's definitely on the top of my
Egypt.
Oh,
Claudia's
I don't know, but the actual continent, because I want to go to all of them, but I've never been to the actual continent. So Africa.
Yes.
I'll figure it out with $20,000.
Yeah.
I agree.
India. And I've been to Brazil twice, so I don't want to say Brazil, but I want to go back to Brazil so bad.
But you've been to
I know, I've been
not everywhere in Brazil.
Greece.
Oh yeah.
You want to continental Africa, India, and Greece.
Yes.
Okay. Claudia, where are you going?
I'm going to Egypt.
Egypt.
I'm going to Switzerland.
Ooh, another one.
And then the next one, I know the Wall of China. The Great Wall of China. Just take me there.
Yes. Okay, so I'm going to, I already said Iceland. I'm going there. Definitely going to continental Africa, just like you, Vanilla, because it's so crazy to like say you're African, but never stepped on the mainland.
Yeah.
So I definitely am going there. There's a lot of places I want to go, but one place that is like always in the back of my mind is Victoria Falls. The one that you can literally like swim up to the edge of this crazy drop.
Like these crazy people on Instagram.
But it looks so amazing. Oh my God, it looks so amazing. So I'm going to Victoria Falls, which is in Zimbabwe, which I would never be like, I want to go to Zimbabwe. But South Africa too is really up there. South Africa.
Well, you already said Africa, so
okay,
anywhere.
Oh well, actually Tanzania too. Oof.
Wow.
Where's that at?
It's near Kenya. You know Mount Kilimanjaro. Okay. Yeah, so I got to go there too.
Yeah, Africa in general, we're hitting every single one of them because they're all beautiful.
So you need to name one more.
Okay, one more is. This was a toss-up between the Maldives and somewhere in Southeast Asia, like Bali, Philippines, like I don't know. Yeah. And one of the islands in Asia.
I was gonna ask, I was like, okay, so I kind of try to pick like continents, but now let's pick the top 3 islands. Maldives, definitely.
Where?
The Maldives.
The Maldives. Oh my God, that's been on my list forever.
Bora Bora.
That's another one like the Maldives, but that's amazing.
Islands tend to be all the same. Where else?
What? No, not all the same.
I don't know, the Philippines.
Yes.
We can go on and on. Curaçao. Curaçao.
Curacao.
That's already that's happening.
That's already in the universe.
That's in the universe.
Claudia, how about you? It's your top 3 islands.
I don't know. I've always wanted to go to Jamaica. I've never been.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's there too.
The Canary Islands?
Oh yeah, that's
right next to Cape Verde.
Yeah, north of Cape Verde.
I always wanted that one. I gotta think of another one. It's another island. I don't have another island. I would just go back to Cape Verde. To
You
the other
got
islands.
mad islands in Cape Verde to go
The other
to.
islands I haven't been to. Oh, the island that I really, like I said, I wanted to was Santo.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
don't
could say that.
For me, Cuba is just,
Oh, yeah,
I don't
that's
know why I
another
haven't
one.
been there yet, but Cuba
I know we've been talking about Cuba since college, I think.
forever, girl.
But we couldn't go there for a while, remember?
Yeah, there's ways around it.
You can.
Seychelles, which is
Yeah.
an island off the east coast of Africa. Bali is still there, like
It's like next to
Indonesia,
Kenya.
Bali, yeah.
Seychelles, right?
Seychelles, yeah, it's like off the east coast. But yeah, Seychelles is beautiful. And then Bali is still there, which is Indonesia.
Fiji.
Fiji is like Bora Bora, right? They're in the same area.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But Fiji, when I think of like Fiji, Bora Bora, like to me, that's like resort life. I'm taking my husband on a romantic vacation, you know, to just go chill, but to like explore, like for instance, Bali, like all those beautiful waterfalls, the rice fields, just that's what I want.
Same here. When I think Philippines, for some reason, I do think romance too.
Yeah, Philippines has beautiful beaches, waterfalls. It's beautiful too. But yeah, ladies, let me see. What else? Did we go through everything?
The pros and cons of traveling.
I mean, I think we hit on that, unless you have more to add.
Yeah. There's no cons to travel.
I mean, cons, I guess, is like the fear of the unknown. You know what I mean? You don't know where you're going. You don't, maybe you go to a place where you don't speak the language, or you're unsure of the culture, like Middle Eastern culture sometimes, like how the women dress. Like you want to make sure you're being respectful.
That's why you do your homework.
Yeah. So
you don't just pick up and go.
And some people do. That's the thing. They don't do research. They just.
Are we talking about the pros and the cons of traveling, vacationing? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So planning, right? The research planning would be
that would be.
It depends on the person. Like some people might love planning and researching, just like you love to pack. Like to me, a con is packing, but to you, that's a pro.
Yeah.
And then before I pack, I am excited to search and figure out what should I bring to wear, because is it the scenery, is it colors, is it hot, is it cold? Love it.
I mean, there's tons of pros, and I think we've mentioned a lot of them already.
Yes, and we want to challenge you, our listeners, to go deep, right? Go inside, go within, and challenge yourself to figure out what brings you joy when you think vacation, what brings you joy when you think travel. So awareness is really good. Do your research, and then awareness of what you like and don't like. Just like Claudia doesn't like the sand because she's aware of whatever, or the sun hot doesn't make her feel happy.
That's true, because if you have one bad trip, because I'm sure people have had these, like, I try to think, have I ever had a bad trip? Maybe I've had bad days or bad experiences on trips, but to say like I had a bad trip, I don't think so. But that's mainly because of my attitude towards it and what I look for in each trip. Like I'm not out there to complain. I'm not out there to look for the bad. But some people, they get traumatized. They have bad experiences on trips, and that could prevent someone from planning more trips, But like you said, going within and just understanding like what your preferences are when it comes to traveling, and only go to those places. Like some people are content traveling within the US, and there's so much to see within the US too. You could spend a lifetime
getting away.
Yes.
And that's, even in the US, there's a lot of different cultures you'll learn about. Again, yes, escape, right? Relax. For you to relax, sometimes you have to escape your daily life. Just do it. So I'm challenging you to do all these things.
Y'all ready for some fun?
Go ahead. Shoot.
You're gonna share a screen or something?
No, I'm just gonna ask. We're gonna play this or that travel edition. All right, so let's get into this or that travel edition. Okay, so I'm gonna name two things, and then you're gonna tell me. We're gonna say this or that, which one we prefer. Okay.
Okay.
Airport or road trip?
Airport.
Okay. We just did a road trip night. That's not fair.
I know. That's a tough one.
You did airport before you did the road trip.
Yeah, well, we've done, so we know the experience of both.
Once you do the road trip,
You see a lot of
You see
amazing things.
I gotta go right now with the moment that where we're coming from. I love planes, but man, road trip.
Okay, I feel you, girl.
That
I
road trip.
feel you. That's a tough one. I do like both, but I'm gonna say overall, I'll take a flight. I'll say airport.
Because she doesn't like to drive.
Yeah, there you go. But I love to be in the passenger seat and look at the beautiful scenery. I do love that. Okay, this or that, beach or mountains?
Beach.
You know the answer. Mountains.
Beach. Okay, this or that, hotel or Airbnb?
Airbnb.
Airbnb.
This is tough too, but I'm gonna have to say Airbnb. Yep.
Yeah.
I like the freedom. You feel more
Freedom of doing what
relaxed.
you want. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, this or that, adventure or relax?
Adventure.
When I'm taking a long vacation.
Girl, just what's your preference?
So hard, adventure.
I
Adventure
like
is so relaxing. I don't know
I
what.
think it's relaxing.
I
Yeah.
think so too. I say adventure because yeah, I mean, as long as you're not stressed, you're not worried about work, you're not worried about, day to day, adventure any day.
Mhm.
Plan it or wing it.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Planet.
I like the planet too, but
Oh,
there's a lot
y'all
of
know,
winging in the planning as
yeah.
well. So
Y'all know I like the planet.
yeah.
Well, we all know you plan it.
You plan the trips.
Because I love that part.
You'll plan it, and then Claudia and I will just wing it along.
There you go. There you
That's
go.
what's up.
Let's see. Shopping or eating?
Eating. Not shopping for food. Claudia is shopping.
Claudia loves her shopping.
I do love shopping.
When you're on
But I love
vacation
the food
exploring,
too.
Yes, she loves shopping
does?
on vacation.
Okay, shopping.
I'm going with eating, no doubt.
That's not fair, Nair.
Well, I
I
do.
want to plan an eating vacation. Like serious. No, I'm
Ooh,
serious.
okay, plan it. I'm down.
Every day we will eat different food.
For 8 hours a day.
Yes. That sounds good.
Every 3
Um,
hours we'll eat something.
How about this? City or countryside?
Countryside.
Country.
Country. Yep.
No questions asked.
Let me see what else I got for you guys. Okay, wake up early or sleep in?
Wake up early.
Wake up early.
Really? I thought you guys would say sleep in. Yep.
Oh,
No.
since when?
Who said
Why?
that?
I don't know, because you're on vacation, you want to relax.
I
Nobody
will
yeah.
wake
said
up
we're
super
adventurous
early
people, girl. Ain't nobody
before the
wants-
sun and go to the beach and wait for the sun to come toast me up. Yeah.
Yeah, I wake up early. Hiking or sun tanning?
You're hiking.
Sunbathing. Well, I love hiking. I love walking, but when I
You
think
want to
vacation, I guess I think sun first and then I'll walk later.
Okay.
Like Vermont, our Vermont trip. It was amazing.
Yeah.
And the day that we went to the lake, I was like, oh, we should do this
That's
every day and
fun.
then go hiking it on the afternoon.
I like both, but I would rather hike. If I'm gonna be at the beach, then I wanna at least go in the water. I don't want to just suntan.
Oh no, suntan. Who goes to the beach to just suntan?
Plenty of people.
No, when I say sunbathing, that I mean ocean. I don't.
In the
You
water.
put me on a yacht,
Sunbathing.
put me on a banana boat, give me skis. That's what I
course.
mean. The ocean. I don't mean just.
Well, I'm
even though I wanna
asking
toast in the sun.
sunbathing. I'm not asking
Oh.
swimming in the ocean. I said sun tanning or hiking.
Oh, then hiking. Yeah,
Okay.
I love the sun. So when I hike, there's a lot of sun. It's the thing is it's the sun.
Try local food or eat in a fancy restaurant.
Local food.
Of course, local food.
You don't like a nice, delicious, fancy restaurant meal?
Once in a while.
Not over local
Not
food.
over local. I want to try their place. We could eat fancy restaurant any place we go. So
Okay. Yeah, I prefer local food. Here's one. Tropical destination or northern lights?
Did that on purpose.
It's on here. It's on here.
Okay, shut up and try.
Can we do both?
No, you gotta pick one. Okay, I'll go first. So, of course, I want to see the Northern Lights, and Iceland's not the only place that you could see it, by the way.
Of course, Norway,
But if I had to pick,
Alaska. Have you seen the
my
one in
favorite would be what was the other option?
The tropicals.
It was the tropical.
Tropical. My preference is tropical. Obviously, I'm not gonna say I don't want Northern Lights, but my top would be tropical.
I agree.
Yeah, because the Northern Lights, I guess it all brings me to these places that are, obviously a little bit cold, but still the nature there is still amazing.
How about this? Rooftop view or street views?
Street views. Give me a bunch of tiny little colorful, cute houses. And
I want the rooftop where I can see the top of everything and anything around me.
I love my opposite.
The background, everything. Top.
I would only pick street views if I'm on a beach, but I'm gonna go with rooftop.
Street views at a beach?
Like if my view was the beach, like I want to be on the street level, ground level, if the beach is right in front of me. Other than that,
am I envisioning something else? Because when you say, like, for example, I'm envisioning the whole vacation. I'm going for a stroll. Obviously, I'm going to be eating. I'm envisioning a long street with many food stops and beautiful colors and people mingling and talking.
That's the view you want.
That's the view you get from the ground.
Just the view from where I'm staying.
From where you're standing right now. Like, do you want to be standing on to see the views? Do you want to be standing on a rooftop or do you want to be standing on the street? What views do you like?
Street.
Okay, yeah.
I'm thinking about it differently though.
Some of them I'm not even going to ask because I already know the answer.
What do you mean?
Snow or beach?
Okay.
I used to be snow most of the time, but now like I get cold a lot faster. So I'm like, no, beach.
Yeah, I think I hit them all.
You did?
Yeah.
Do you have anyone, Claudia, that you could pick? People or animals?
Animals.
Animals. Yeah. I pick people.
But animals are just, they animals.
People are animals.
We're animals too.
Oh, here's one. Sunset or sunrise?
Iteration.
Why?
Sunrise.
Yeah, I gotta go with sunrise because I enjoy those too.
I gotta go with the sunset. Love an orange sky.
I'm always up early. I saw every sunrise on our vacation.
I know, girl. I know.
I didn't miss one.
Nice. Good for you.
I was up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Nice.
Yeah, I think we got them all. That was fun.
Cool.
Got me picking when I want all of it.
Some of them are tough. They're tough choices.
Yeah. Well, another place that I want to go to, you guys, I don't even think you talked about it during vacation. Was it the Grand Canyon that you guys went to?
Oh, that was amazing.
Yeah, I didn't talk about that. I was like,
we didn't talk about the Hoover Dam, but it's so much.
We did so much. We saw so much. Yeah,
it was the Hoover Day vacation.
The Hoover Dam was amazing.
Okay.
I didn't think
week long or a month long.
A month, girl. Come on, that's not even without a doubt.
For me, but Claudia,
I better be moving if I'm going for a month. I can stay stagnant.
I could stay in one place for a month if it's a beautiful beach. Like, I don't care. I'll stay there for a month.
I'm a home person, so I do miss home after a while. But yeah, I would definitely do the month, but we would have to be moving like one place to another, keep my mind busy and exploring. And then I'm happy because then it's gonna be like, all right, I'm bored. I don't
want a busy mind. I want to explore, but my mind.
Yeah, I want to be busy.
She wants to be. She wants activities.
Don't put me by the beach because we're gonna have a problem.
So that's why you want a month. You do a lot more exploring, a lot more activities.
There's so much that we didn't see in all the places we went.
I'm sure. The reason why I say I want to go back, for example, to Brazil is because you see São Paulo, you see Rio, but have you seen a Brazil? No,
you haven't.
Not. Even Cape Verde, you know what I mean? Even then, like every time I go to South, I visit a new place and I'm like, oh, amazing. Or even Praia. There's so many places I still have to visit there that going to be mind blowing.
But every
on
time you
Seattle.
go, even if it's the same place, you learn something different. Why? Because you've evolved between the time that you were there. So you see things differently now.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, we were young traveling, and now we go back to the same place. You're like, whoa, when I was young, I felt this way, but now I'm older, and this is what I'm looking for. You know what I'm saying? So me going to Sunny Cloud was like, I want to be home with my family and get that home feeling. Now it's like, I want to see every inch that I know I've been to, but I want to go again. I want to see it again so I can be
I
like,
want to explore it for real.
yeah, exactly. So it's different every time.
I guess we already talked about solo or group trips, right?
Mm-hmm.
We did do that, yeah.
Well, okay, how about this? Vacation or girls trip?
Girls trip.
Girls trip. Well, I haven't had one with my hubby
Tell the
yet, so I
truth,
can't really say.
Naya.
I gotta go back, take it back.
I love girls trip, no doubt, but my husband is my travel buddy. Like we're like
No,
on the
I'm your travel buddy.
well, you are too.
He's your companion that you will bring along every time.
But the thing with him is like he's so easygoing. Claudia knows you're on a trip with 3 girls.
Yeah.
And dude was laid back, chill, making us laugh. He's like
I've
a
been to
perfect travel
vacations
buddy.
with Benny. I know.
He's cool to travel with. That's
He's so
why I
cool that
say
he will leave his wife in the hotel sleeping, and we go explore just the two of us. Sure.
but yeah, I mean, I love girls trip. I do, but he's too easygoing for me. And he'll do whatever I say on vacation. I hope he doesn't hear this part. But...
Of course he's gonna hear this part. Don't edit it out either.
Naive, what are we eating? I don't know. What Naive, what are we eating?
You pick my food for me.
He's just one of the girls we know. That's why we love our family.
He's one of the girls that will just do whatever we tell him to do.
And that's the kind of spirit you want around you.
Oh, yeah.
Like, not only that, tell them what you want them to do, but like they vocalize when they want something, and you can respect that. When they say something, you listen because you're like, oh, they don't say much. You know what
but
I'm
when
saying?
they talk,
actually always calm and goes with the flow. But when they say something, you're like, yeah, we gonna do this because he does everything we do. He says this, we're gonna do that. And that's the kind of people you want to travel with. Yeah, we're gonna have off days, but at the same time, you're gonna learn so much from the people you travel with. So please be careful who you travel with.
It's true,
because it's not a marriage, but it's kind of a beginning of a marriage.
Like some people who you might think like, oh, we know each other, we're friends, we're cool. When you go on a trip with them, it's a whole different experience because you're all out of your element. You're not in your comforts, so you really have to connect with each other and know each other because people change when they're on trips and on vacation.
You see all these different sides.
Some people do change because some people become, it's either like get up and go or glam up and go. And for our listeners, we inspired you a little bit of wanting to travel. Did we get you thinking about it? I mean, are you somebody who travels, that plans travel, that vacations, thinks it's important or not important? Let us know. Right? You can find us on all the social medias.
Yep.
Shut Up and Thrive podcast. You can email us, but definitely on all the social medias. Let us know. Tune in with us weekly. We love to hear back from you.
What's your takeaway for the audience? Like, what do you want them to take away from today's episode?
I would love it if we've inspired them, like Vanilla said, to even if they haven't or if they have thought about traveling, vacationing, to do some, soul searching about where they would want to go and how about would they go, to do it. Would it be, a wing it, or would it be a planner, a research type of thing? And who would you take with you? That would be good.
For me, I want people to reflect on their past travel experiences. Think about the happy moments you've had, like we've been doing here, because that's good for your soul as well. And to think outside the box for your next vacation. Yeah. Think of some place that you probably would never see yourself going and put that on your bucket list.
Yeah.
Yep. Sounds good.
And those of you who have been to wonderful places that sounds like where us ladies here want to go to, please share that with us too.
Yes, let us know.
Take us on your next trip too. We'll go. Remember, girls trips, group
That's
trips.
Send the
Group
invite. We're
trip.
down. We're
We're
down.
going. Retreats. I haven't done a wellness retreat in like since college.
Oh, remember we did one to New Hampshire?
Yes, that
That
was
was
so
so
nice. And that was a road trip wellness retreat.
hmm
Yeah, I miss college. The mini trips to Canada and the
Those are party trips.
Yeah,
We've done it
Canada is
all.
pretty much non-existent.
Canada was party trips.
Back in the days, now we are grown and enjoying,
And still doing it. Or at least trying to do it.
trying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
trying our best.
traveling more, believe it or not, right?
Probably.
I think so.
Yeah. Like, okay, the other day my husband took me on his motorcycle to Newport. That was so
nice.
fun. You know what I mean? Like we walked around Newport, looked at the beautiful yachts, ate at this restaurant on the water, like simple day trip, but that was fun. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
day trips. Day trips should be once a week.
I mean,
Every
once
other
a
weekend. Every week. What? You go to work every day of the week. You can't go out every Saturday on a
Not
trip.
during soccer season, apparently.
Oh,
When you got children, you got to plan accordingly to
take
this.
them with you. Remember, we
And
gotta
their whole
instill the
soccer.
joy.
No, I mean like
Oh, joy,
soccer
yeah.
season is soccer games every weekend. But no, I hear what you're saying. I mean, at least once a month. Come on, once a month, take a day trip somewhere close. Doesn't have to be crazy far, but get out of your element, get out of your everyday routine. Again, doesn't always have to be get on a plane or something crazy where you have to pack. It could just be,
Get in the car and
or
ride.
be a tourist in your own city. Remember the guy you shared with us? That's something like he started.
Yeah, in Rhode Island.
Yeah, that's so cool. Like you and your buddies just, like we did the other day when we got our tattoos. Got to explore the city, got to see the new construction they have out there. So
In Rhode Island, yeah.
Our New York trips 2 hour away.
yes. New York is another beautiful place to visit.
Now he thinks we overdid New Hampshire.
I
We've done a
mean,
lot in New Hampshire.
No, we
Right,
went to
I would
Vermont.
do it again, definitely.
right. That's why I said New Hampshire's awesome. I would have gone back, but why not just go to the neighboring
Yeah,
state?
I want to
and
go
see
back to
Vermont?
Maine
Yeah,
in the
Maine.
summer because we did it in
Yeah.
the winter, but I want to go in the summer.
Maine is beautiful. Seafood. I think of like lobsters
Yes,
in Maine.
Utah. Yes,
Girl.
Texas.
Utah, Texas. Absolutely. Oh my God. Like
We need to go to those two because we've said we were gonna go to those two.
But yeah, even Mexico. Mexico has a lot of beautiful states that we've been to one. There's more states in Mexico that you
man.
can see.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, so many places out there.
We explored. Oh yeah, the other wonder that we explored in Mexico,
Chichen Itza.
pyramids. That was,
Yeah, that's another goal of mine.
that was a family trip, so that was one of my favorites. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I mean, I love girl trips, but family trips too. It just touched my heart
With the kids. I love just seeing the kids like
even they
having
complain, but it's like, yeah.
But they're kids, they're always gonna complain. They're always gonna complain. This was a fun little chat. I mean, of course, we can talk about travel like all day, every day, like nonstop. But yes. All right, ladies. So I think
this is
we've tried to wrap this up so many times. It's like when you're at a party and like you're like, okay, we gotta go, let's go, and then half hour later you're still there.
I just never know how to wrap it up. What do we say?
Thank you everyone for listening. If you've stuck through to this point, you're a real one because this is a long show today. It's a long episode, but we hope you enjoyed our stories, our perspective on travel. Of course, we'd love to hear your perspective. You can check us out on Instagram, Twitter, email us. All information will be linked below. I don't know how this works, but
that's right.
All information will be linked below. Shut Up and Thrive. Just Google us and you'll find us. But yeah, thanks for listening. Any parting words, ladies?
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Talk to you soon.
And don't forget to share.
Share, and click like.
All right. Bye.
Love and respect.
Bye-bye.
Peace.
Out.